The Volkswagen Passat saloon is dead. There has not been a replacement announced for the Volkswagen Arteon either, apart from the shooting brake, which is the new Passat estate. Well, there has sort of been a replacement, but not a direct replacement for the Arteon. This is the new Volkswagen ID 7. It is a saloon-style fastback with an estate coming out in the future. Is this a decent car, and can it replace the Passat and Arteon, but also compete with the likes of the new Hyundai Ioniq 6, Polestar 2, Mercedes EQE, BMW i4 and Tesla Model 3? Well, let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, the styling on the new Volkswagen ID 7 still resembles any ID car. It feels like it has a personality and a face, which I do quite like. On this one, it looks like a happy car, but it also looks sporty at the same time. We have a set of LED digital headlights that are very thin, and it makes the car feel a lot wider than what it is. We also get a light bar, which is standard on every Volkswagen nowadays, and we also get a white Volkswagen logo to symbolise that it's an electric car. Lower down we get a reasonable central air vent and some sporty side vents to aid aerodynamics. We also get a swoopy bonnet again to aid aerodynamics, but the overall style is possibly one of the best Volkswagens that I've seen for some time. Moving round to the side, and again this is where the elegant side starts to show. We get this sharp but swoopy crease that comes from the front of the car and goes all the way to the back of the tail lights. This looks like what the ID4 has, which I do quite like. We also get some flush door handles from the ID4 and a black contrast roof and wing mirrors. We also get some black side seals too. There is also a lot of glass too, with very slim pillars, also making it easier to see out of when you're manoeuvring the car. Finally, we get a set of sporty wheels designed to keep this car fresh. Moving round to the back again, and we get a very modern design. We get a black bar that houses the tail lights and light bar. What I'm not sure though is when the lights are off we get a white colour design, which to be honest I'm not sure about, but when they are lit up they do look amazing. We get a sporty looking integrated spoiler and some sporty bumpers again. There is also more gloss black. So then, a very handsome looking car. Can the powertrains be as good as this? Let's find out. So, the powertrain options are very simple at the moment for the ID 7. This is because there is only one option and trim level. This is called Pro Launch Edition. This uses a 77 kWh battery pack and is mated to a 282 brake horsepower single motor setup on the rear wheels. This gives the car a 384 mile range, which isn't that bad, and a 0 to 62 time for just 6.5 seconds. There will be a longer of a range version coming out called the Pro X in a few months' time, and this will increase the range to about 430 miles, which is very good in an EV. Finally coming out in nearer the end of the year will be a performance-focused ID7 GTX. This will have a dual motor setup, giving it 4-wheel drive and a bhp rating closer to 400. It will also have the bigger battery pack from the Pro X too. The price of the new Volkswagen ID 7 starts at £55,870. Let's have a look at the interior. So, getting inside the new Volkswagen ID 7, and we get a sense of simplicity with its design. We get a central air vent design that stretches the width of the car from the dashboard and a smaller one lower down, but all of this is controlled electronically by the infotainment system. Talking of the infotainment system, this is the new MIB 4 software, which is much better than before and it is very easy to use. The screen size is 15 inches, but it is a slight distraction in my opinion, but it is great for using it for navigation. What is new now is the voice assistant is going to be a lot smarter and a lot more annoying depending on how you look at it, as it is now using ChatGPT. You can also opt for a Harman Kardon sound system which has 14 speakers and it sounds really good. In front of the driver we get a clear and big heads-up display that is easy to see, and we also get a small digital instrument cluster that is integrated into the central air vent, which makes the interior feel very minimalistic. But I would have liked a slightly bigger one like what you get in the Passat and Tiguan, as this would have made the interior feel like a proper vehicle interior. But I do like this one as it is modern and minimalistic. The centre console again is very minimalistic with plenty of storage inside it, and we also get these very comfy seats with very premium materials. We also get premium materials on the dashboard too, which I like. What I'm not sure about now is the steering wheel. Yes, it is the new steering wheel, but it has the touch sensitive buttons. That should be changing within a few years though. Overall then, it feels like a proper Volkswagen inside. Let's have a look at the rear seats. So, getting into the rear seats and we get a decent amount of legroom and headroom. You also get very premium materials and gloss finishes in the back too, with a metal feeling speaker grille covers. You can also fit 3 people in the back in comfort as it is on an EV platform. You also get some air vents as well as your own climate control system, heated seats and also an armrest. Let's have a look at the boot. So, open the boot and we get a class leading 532 litres of boot space with the seats up. With the seats down you get 1,586 litres, which is more than enough for most people. The only downside that I can find though is that you don't get a front boot and you have to store the charging cables in the main boot, which will take up a bit of space. So, what do I think of the new Volkswagen ID.7 then? Well, it is a very good car from Volkswagen and it does beat some of its rivals. Mainly the Hyundai Ioniq 6, Tesla Model 3 and maybe the Polestar 2. But it does feel like it equals out with the BMW i4 and Mercedes EQE, which is where I would place this car. This isn't a bad thing though. I can also see it as a replacement for the Adrian 2 in time. What I am interested in though is the ID.7 GTX. We shouldn't have to wait long to see it, but let's hope it looks good and sporty and feels like a proper sports saloon. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.